The Coen brothers' film, The Big Lebowski, is multifaceted.
A lot of ins, a lot of outs.
On the surface, it's a screwball stoner comedy and noir parody, and the film can definitely be enjoyed as such. You don't need a cripplingly overanalytical mind to like this movie and have a good laugh at it. But if you do have one of those hyper-attentive, inquisitive minds, you're going to quickly realize that beneath the laughs are explorations of deep themes. For example, we have the theme of declining masculinity. Now, this is a prominent theme in the movie, and it gets quite a bit of attention. We're going to go ahead and recap it here. But there's one trope that I haven't yet seen explored, and this is the Big Lebowski's portrayal of what I'm going to go ahead and call declining Christianity. But first, let's discuss the theme of declining masculinity. The Big Lebowski follows three weak and failed men. The main character, the dude, is lazy, incompetent, and unaccomplished. Walter, his friend, on the surface is strong and authoritative, but is really a pushover being taken advantage of by his ex-wife. And, like the dude, he's also incompetent. Now meet Donnie. Donnie's perhaps the epitomal embodiment of this theme of declining masculinity. Donnie is overtly timid. He's clueless. He never stands up to anyone. And during a fight, he doesn't die heroically defending himself or his friends, but rather from a heart attack onset from fear of the altercation. Herein lies the Big Lebowski's parody of the typical noir film genre and the old-school version of Hollywood masculinity. The typical noir film has a competent, strong, charming, capable man solving a mystery and saving a woman in distress. And the Big Lebowski, on the other hand, has three losers bumbling and bouncing through the mystery like a rogue tumbleweed. Even the patriarch Jeffrey Lebowski, who's supposed to be portrayed as an accomplished, philanthropic, wealthy man, is actually a fraud. It's later revealed that the Big Lebowski's wealth is actually his late wife's money, which she merely left in a foundation that he has control of. And there's no damsels in distress here. Rather, it's the women who are strong, competent, and accomplished, and definitely, for lack of a better term, don't need no man. Now, this theme of declining masculinity, as I mentioned, has garnered lots of attention, and there's a YouTuber called Fallopian Films who does a really good job at covering this in full, so I'll go ahead and link his video essay down below. But the one trope that I really want to explore today is the Big Lebowski's portrayal of what I'm going to go ahead and coin as declining Christianity. For me, the film takes quite a shot at Christianity and the Christian Savior Jesus Christ, and it does so on a couple different levels. On one hand, this bashing of Christianity is clearly on display through the character named, you guessed it, Jesus.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Jesus is portrayed not only as a complete weirdo, but as a convicted pedophile.
No, he's a sex offender with a record. He did 6 months of Chino for exposing himself to an 8-year-old.
It's no secret about the Catholic Church's history that's littered with allegations of sexual abuse. And for me, having this character called Jesus and making him a pedophile is kind of making a mockery of this. But the sex offender character Jesus isn't the only instance of Catholic mockery. Next, we have the main character, the dude. Now, the dude himself is clearly, visibly meant to embody a Christ-like figure. He's got the hair, the robe, the sandals, the beard, and to some extent, the mentality. You see, the dude is a pacifist, and one of the biggest critiques of Jesus Christ from the Jews and other religions is that Jesus is merely a pacifist, and pacifism itself is a double-edged sword. On one hand, pacifism, like Jesus, promotes peace, nonviolence, and encourages peaceful resolutions to conflicts. But on the other hand, pacifism's inaction can be a form of weakness and can embolden aggressive actors or regimes. At the end of the day, pacifism leaves aggression unchecked.
We're talking about unchecked aggression.
Now, on the topic of declining Christianity, it's not only shown through Jesus and the dude, but also Walter. Walter was born Polish Catholic, but his Christian faith has declined to the point that he is now devoutly attached to his adopted Jewish faith, often insisting on observing and abiding by Jewish customs, like not working on Shabbat. Walter's rigid adherence to Judaism, kind of like the Old Testament, makes him passionate about rules and order, while the dude, kind of like the New Testament, has this more laid-back, nonchalant pacifism. Now, it should be noted that the Coen brothers are indeed Jewish, and I'm not saying that their intent with this film was to take a shot at Christianity. This is merely just something I observed and kind of drew my own conclusions on. But when I think about it, did the pedophile bowler's name have to be Jesus? Did the dude have to appear as a Christ-like figure? These are non-essential plot points, and the movie would have been funny and would have worked regardless. Anyways, just something to think about. I hope you enjoyed today's video essay. If you like my channel, please do subscribe, consider supporting me on Patreon, and I will see you next time.